Well, hey, good morning, folks. Welcome to Worship Wednesday. My name's Eli. Sorry, I'm checking on my camera here. I think I might need to bring it just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Well, good morning. My name's Eli. Grateful to be with y'all this morning for Worship Wednesday. Ziva's here with us too, hanging out. And so hopefully here in Durango, we're going to see some snow today. I hope wherever you are, that's a good thing, that you're having a good morning so far, or whatever time of day it happens to be when you come to this. And so we are, we're still we're sort of wrapping up, coming to the end of our sermon series on tough questions, and we're kind of closing out with some of the doozies here where, this past weekend we were thinking about God and suffering, and we're going to kind of continue in that vein this coming weekend. But let's take a look at our memory verse for the week, which comes from Psalm 6, verse 4. It says, "Return, O Lord, and rescue me. Save me because of your unfailing love." And, and you look at the meditation moment reading from this week, that's kind of the parable, the story of the unjust judge. I think, all this stuff. Anyway, I've got this one idea that I think is kind of important, and I think, or for me anyway, that's helpful, especially in thinking about when we experience difficult things in life. And I think we see it all throughout, especially the Psalms, that when we experience the hard times, when we experience like real suffering, I think God can handle our emotions. God can handle how we feel, and it's okay to be, to express whatever to God, and it's okay to, to some extent, like it's okay to lash out at God. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to, whatever's the truth of our heart is okay to express, even if it's not consistent with the ultimate truth of who God is all the time. We can express how we're feeling and what we're experiencing. And I think here's where I'm going, that like even when we're struggling, and even when we're doubting, and even when we're saying, where is God in this, or how could God be a part of this, continuing to bring those things to God is part of what it means to stay in a relationship. Like, to suggest that if we're feeling something authentic that's difficult, or that's painful, or that's angry, to say that we can't bring that to God is to limit what we allow ourselves, is to put is to close off a part of who we are to God, is to close off a part of what it means to be in relationship with this God. And I think God's always the bigger person. God's always can take whatever we can dish out, and that I don't know. I'm sure it's a proverb of some description. It's not in the Bible, but it's like this idea that like the opposite of love is not hatred. The opposite of love is indifference. And so even when we're experiencing anger or doubt or whatever, even bringing all of that to God, like that's part of staying in relationship with God. And God can take it. That the thing that we don't want to do is to just like drift into nothingness. And not that it's something to be afraid of, but just to like be mindful that like there's no part of our heart that we can't bring to God, rough as it might be. So anyway, in thinking kind of about that, and how in the midst of all things, like, we talk about how there's no promise that following God is going to lead to an easy life, but God's promise is that God will be with us in the midst of everything. And so, I was thinking about songs, and there are plenty, but I had a couple in mind, and then this morning I was messing around with some stuff, and I was like, well, I'll sing one of mine. I'll sing one of my songs, which I don't usually do on Worship Wednesday, but it seemed to fit okay here. So I'm going to sing "There Is Hope" today. Felt all right. Here we go. there is hope for this new day. And though our hearts may be in mourning, that is not all they have to say. Yes, our time may be fleeting, and war drums are beating, yet together we can stand and say, there is hope, there is hope for today. While tomorrow may bring sorrow, may bring hunger, maybe pain, still my time cannot be borrowed, and while I'm breathing I will give thanks, for through pain and through pleasure and poor and fair weather I will sing, and I will say that there is hope, there is hope for today. Time no fantasy beckons, but reality reckons we can dig down deep and firmly say there is hope, there is hope for today. Well, I do hope that me, you, and everybody gets to experience some hopefulness today. You know, whatever it is, whether we're having a great day or a rough day, or probably most of us are somewhere in between. You know, that's sort of life, and that's all right. And God is with us. And so my hope is that we get to experience that as well as embody that to one another. And yeah, so I think with that I'll sign off, and yeah, see y'all soon. Hope you're well. Take care. Bye-bye.